Thank you very much. Please be seated. The chairperson, the organizing committee, the great people of Midwest, fellow Kenyans, God is good. And all the time. Nisalimieni kwa hewa. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Bwana Yesu asifiwe tena. Hi cousins. Hi cousins. Cousins, hi. Hi bros. Hi bro. Hi sis. Hi bro. Hi shemeji. Hi neighbors. Hi neighbors. Midwest, hi. Midwest, hoi. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of my wife, Pastor Dorcas, and I, and our small delegation, say how delighted we are since our arrival to this great city of Kansas and this region for the very warm welcome, all the way from the airport, all the way to the residence where we are staying. We had some dinner last night. This morning we went to President Truman's library and memorial, and it's been awesome. Even as we arrived for this town hall engagement, we want to thank you for the warm welcome. I must tell you from the bottom of my heart that we feel very loved and appreciated. In fact, we are feeling spoiled. You know, sisi tumezoea kukibiswa nyumbani na kasongo na tiagas. So, when we have wonderful people around us, full of smiles, loving us, appreciating us, we are feeling on top of the world. I wish I had more time here. Unfortunately, I have to leave early in the morning. But I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah? I've really loved this city and the people. You are wonderful people. You are very welcoming. I deserve to spend more time with you because it's a rare opportunity. Secondly, let me thank you, our great people from Kenya, for being united, for staying together and loving one another. That is the Kenyan spirit, and that is my wish. And I'm very happy since I came to the US more than a month now. Wherever I have gone, I've found Kenyan people. They love one another and they stay together. I am very encouraged. And that is the message I'm sending back home, telling our people what I have found in the United States, that our people are one, our people love one another. And I want to encourage you to continue loving one another, staying together, be your brother's keeper. Let us hold each other's hand, and let us live in peace, harmony, and love, because that is the right thing to do. Why is Rick G in America? Rick G has come to the United States to listen to the ground. Because I believe no leader can succeed unless you align with your people. And the only way to align with your people is to listen to them. That is where Kasongo has lost it. He forgot he was elected by people. He doesn't listen to them anymore. And even when there is issues, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. I belong to the school of thought that continuous engagement is a hallmark of good leadership. So I came to the States to listen to the ground. Hapa Midwest munasemaje?
One time.
Ati munasemaje?
One time.
Hapa ndio munasema?
Yes.
Kasongo ni one time. Mumeamua? Museme na sauti kubwa asikie akiwa nyumbani. Ati munasemaje? Thank you very much. I've come because the people who live in the United States are part of Kenya. And they, like other Kenyans, care about home. And more than anybody else, the people living here are troubled by what is happening at home. They are anxious, they are fearful, they are worried. And I came so that I brief you as to what is going on back home. And I tell you the few ideas that we have of what we need to do. And I plead with you to walk with us in that journey, to liberate our country, to restore our dignity, to restore our country, and to make sure that we have a beautiful country that we call home. Because at the end of it all, east or west, I have no doubt in my mind that all of you in this hall and all of the Kenyan people across the United States and elsewhere have a plan one day to go back home. Is that true? And you want to go to a home that preferably better than where you are. So it is your concern, it is your prayer that home works, systems work, there is a peaceful environment to do business, there is security, there is healthcare, there is education, so that when your days come and you need to come back home, you can leave your children here continuing with your investments and retire back home to a very peaceful retirement, and that is what all of you would wish. I am aware sufficiently that you know what is going on at home, because you people do a lot of work back home by supporting families. And therefore, on a daily basis, you are in conversation with the people back home, and you, like all of us, are concerned about what is going on at home. And before I go into serious things, on a light note, cousin Omari, ako wapi Omari? Amanda. Where is Omari, the guy who is married in Lemuru? Omari? Omani. Where is he, the guy who is married in Lemuru? So when you see him, you tell him, traditionally, and I think that's why he has left. I think somebody from Mrima must have sold me. Because I wanted to tell him, traditionally, all the girls are my daughters. Yes. And payment of dowry is a life thing. So anytime you meet your father-in-law, you must. So I had hoped to kutana naye nyuma ya hema anipatie kitu in dollars because of having my daughter from Lemuru. Let me say this with a light touch. Let me say this. Back home, it's tough. There are tears. There is anguish. There is fear. There is uncertainty. Our children between the ages of 15 to 24 are being abducted and killed by the state. More than 200 kids since 2024 have been abducted, tortured, and killed, and others have disappeared. Parents worry. When you don't know where your child is, you cannot sleep. If you call your child and the phone is off, you are worried. And the situation has been worsened. That Kasongo and his boys have now gone berserk, and they no longer fear, and they no longer pretend. The CS in charge of Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, in broad daylight, gave an order to police to shoot, to kill. A week later, Kasongo himself, shamelessly, in total impunity and total disregard of the Bible teaching that thou shalt not kill, in total violation of the Kenyan Constitution, publicly announced that our children should be shot in the leg. The chairman of the National Assembly Committee on Defense and Foreign Relations, Nelson Koech, corrected Kasongo very angrily that the kids should not be shot in the leg, they should be shot in the head. That is the situation we face as a country, where in total disregard of the Constitution, against biblical teachings, a president of a country elected by the people has the audacity to give orders for the extermination of our children. That is why Kenyans are saying, Bwana Kasongo, even if you pipe milk to our homes, even if you build roads made of gold, even if you paid us every day 100,000 shillings, your hands carry the blood of our children. And there is no way we can vote for you. And that is why the one-term movement is now like a religion in Kenya. Everywhere you go, where 2 or 3 are, that is the discussion. In the Uber, in the salon, in the matatu, in the bar, the discussion in the country is that this man must go because his hands bear the blood of our children. I want to say that this situation cannot be allowed. And since he is not pretending anymore about the killing of the children, he has announced it himself. The people of Kenya have no choice but to make sure they send him home and remove him from office through an election. And that is what is going on. Besides that, the economy is on a nosedive. Pending bills, people who worked with the government for many years, he has refused to pay them. They are owed more than 900 billion Kenya shillings. If you look at the Nation newspaper every morning, there are about 10 to 12 pages of auctions of properties being sold belonging to businessmen who did work for government and they have not been paid for the last 3 years. The only consolation is that nobody is buying the property because nobody has the money to buy it. So they keep on re-advertising every week because there is nobody who has money to buy the properties. William Ruto found a working education system. President Mwai Kibaki, the third president of the Republic of Kenya, the greatest leader of our time,